Good evening, Conroe ISD family. My name is Curtis Null. I'm proud to be your superintendent. Thank you for joining us on tonight's May 15th Conroe ISD end of the year YouTube update. So it's an exciting time here together, and I'm proud and thankful that you could be a part of this with us today. You know, we've done these YouTube videos now for 4 or 5 years, and it's really been an opportunity to make this big school district feel much more like a family. You know, we've sat in this room where we do these recordings and talk into this camera, but in so many ways it feels like we're just talking directly to our family members. And I want to thank you for not only joining tonight, but for those of you maybe that have been in the district for many years that have welcomed us into your home and into your lives in the evenings to have these conversations. And you know, we've been here at some really hard times, and we've celebrated a lot of great accomplishments together through these conversations. But you know, through it all, I've really enjoyed the chance to just speak with you. And I hope that over time, these conversations have brought you some peace in some hard times, and given you information that you needed, but also brought you joy and pride in your school district and all that we have accomplished. I will tell you that on the hardest days that we have had during these conversations, maybe back in COVID or surrounding difficult natural disasters or things that have occurred, coming into this room and having this conversation, even though I'm just talking into a camera, has really been somewhat cathartic for me, allowing me to just talk to you and share information. And I know that when I'm out in the community and able to see you all, it's so often that I talk to folks that tell me, you know, they seem almost surprised to see me, that they actually let me out of this room upon occasion to get out into the real world, and I get out of the little box that I live in here. But it's really been comforting and rewarding to hear those conversations and know that perhaps these updates have had a little bit of an impact on your life through our family conversations. And tonight is another one of those nights that we have to have a little bit of a family conversation here in the beginning of our update. Some of you may have heard or seen in the news or on social media in the last few weeks that I've recently accepted a position to become the next superintendent in Lake Travis ISD. That was a difficult decision for me and my family to make. We have been here. I started my teaching career here in Conroe ISD. I started in the year 2000 as a rookie teacher at the Woodlands High School, and I've served in this school district as a teacher, an assistant principal, a junior high and high school principal, and then into the administration building. And now this is my 7th year that I'm finishing up as your superintendent. And so this is home for me. And to make a decision to go and start a new chapter in another place was really difficult. But for Tanya and I, my wife, we are now empty nesters. Those of you that have been with us a long time know that. You remember when my daughter was a senior through COVID. Well, she is now graduated from college, graduated from nursing school, and she is working as a nurse. And our son lives in Denver working as a hospital administrator, and Kaylee, the nurse, is at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. So we are now empty nesters. And that opens some different doors for you. You know, you have a little more flexibility. And as we started looking and thinking about our next chapter in life of where would we go and what would we do, this opportunity presented itself to us, and it seemed like the right fit and the right time to make a change. And so know this, that I love you all. And the relationships and the friendships that I've built here have been so meaningful and impactful, and they will last a lifetime, regardless of location. You know, this is a very special place. My parents will continue to live in Conroe ISD, so I won't be a stranger to the community. I'll be back. I hope that I will see you out in the community when I'm here visiting my parents, and you know, maybe at the grocery store or just at the community events that I'll still get a chance to see you and say hello and catch up and hear all the great things that are happening. What I can assure you is that even from afar, I will continue to be a #1 cheerleader for Conroe ISD. This place is special. It is the place, like I said, that I started my teaching career. More importantly to me, it is the place that we raised our children, and where our children were prepared so well through our schools and have gone on to college and are now doing great as adults, and that is something that means the world to us. My wife, Tanya, teaches in the district and has taught here and has made such a great impact in the classroom, and so many lives impacted, and so many lives that have impacted us. So, it is bittersweet. We have all the emotions while we are excited for the next chapter. It's hard to say goodbye to those you love, and but sometimes it's time, and we do look forward to the future, and that doesn't mean we didn't love the past and all the things that we've had. So I thank you for just the kindness and the outpouring of kindness that has come my way since making that announcement. I know many of you have reached out. If you sent me an email and I haven't replied yet, I'm sorry. I am working my way through that process, trying to make sure that I can catch up and speak to everybody individually. But know that I've read every email that has come my way and every text message, and they are truly impactful. And those are the types of things that will stick with me forever, hearing those words and just based on those relationships. So thank you once again for all your kindness, all your support throughout the years. And I know that even in these talks, there have been times that you have not agreed with everything that I've had to tell you in these situations. It's impossible in a place this big to always have everyone agree. But I think what we have achieved here is that mutual respect, and I hope that even when you didn't agree with all of our decisions over time, that you could see and hear in these conversations why we made those decisions, and respect those, and respect me and each other as as somebody that truly cares, and somebody that really wanted to make you proud each and every day as your superintendent, and somebody that you could be proud of, and that you could talk to your children about trying to emulate, as we're all teachers here, and we all want to be the best example in our community. So thank you once again. And I know that with that comes the next question. It's the first big question of the night, right? What's next for Conroe ISD? And I'm happy tonight to be joined by one of our board members. I'm going to invite Ms. Nelson in here to join me tonight. Good evening, Ms. Nelson. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I know there was an initial conversation. People saw a post like, hey, I'm leaving. But I also know that within 10 seconds of that post coming out, the first thing everybody says is, okay, well, what's next?
Right.
And you guys have already been hard at work about what's next. And that's an important step. So would you like to share with the community, like, what is next?
Yes,
where are we in the process?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes. We have been very hard at work. We've had several meetings where we can sit together and really just put together a plan. Mm-hmm. And I have to tell you, you have some pretty big shoes. I don't know what size those are, but you have some pretty big shoes to fill. So the task is high, but we are confident that we are going to be able to find someone that's very highly qualified. Mm-hmm. We have narrowed the search down to, we have 4 candidates that we have invited in for an interview. Okay. And on May 19th, we will interview the 4 candidates. And
that will be for the interim.
That is for the interim,
right? So that's the initial step in the process.
Is for the interim. Okay. Correct. Yes, and we are hopeful that of the 4, because we feel really great about the 4 that we're interviewing, but we're hopeful that perhaps there is a placement at that time as well, at that special meeting. And then on the 29th, we will interview the search firms and decide who we want to go with. There are several in the area to choose from, so we will decide who we want to go with and just start the process.
Yeah, and it's a big process. Yes. So if you don't know this, guys, so
it's a great job.
It is great. It's a wonderful job. And so the interim process, that having an interim superintendent is somebody to come in right away. I'm going to be here through the end of the month.
Yes.
And then I'll transition in June. And so the beautiful thing about the board's timeline is it will give hopefully an opportunity for me to have an overlap with the interim superintendent. And I look forward to that. I look forward to working with this person and getting them acquainted.
Yes,
and
it's great to have that crossover because you have left such a mark here, and we don't want to close the door and just start fresh. We really want you to show them the footprints that you've left in this district, and we really want them to just, for you to pave the way for them. So I would love that.
And I look forward to doing that. Yeah, so we'll have that hopefully a week and a half or so of that transition. But one of the things that I have pledged to the board, and I mean this with all sincerity, is I'm going to always be available for the interim or when you hire the next superintendent to, although I won't be here, I will absolutely be happy to come and not tell them how to do the job. They don't need that, but to help make connections for them with the people in the community
Sure.
that they may not know when they first come.
We
And
appreciate
so
that.
We would be happy to do that.
Yes,
And
we are a huge district, and it can be overwhelming. I can only imagine
It is.
how it would be for someone coming into this position. So I really appreciate you offering that,
Yeah.
because I think it'll be really just that extra bit of comfort
Yeah.
that will just help raise us up to the next bar of excellence
Right.
that we so deserve.
Absolutely. And you mentioned this, and this is one of the best jobs in the country, period. So I think you're going to have, I hope you're going to have a really difficult task ahead of you, because I hope you're going to have a ton of great people that you're going to have to try to decide which is the one.
Yes.
And I think that will be the case. And you mentioned the search firm, and just for everybody to understand this, hiring a superintendent is a big process.
Yes.
You know, it's not a post the job and hire it in 10 days.
Right.
Typically,
There's no newspaper clipping.
No, it's
or-
not. It's a big deal. So you hire a search firm. That's what you do, and this firm will come in and they will help get the word out across the country. They will bring you great candidates.
Yes.
They will help communicate with the community along the way.
Absolutely.
But it may take months.
Yes, and that's one of the things too that I'd really love to see is getting the community involvement in this process, because it is so important that we all buy into this next step that we're taking together as a community. So I really want to be able to get involvement somehow in the form of a town hall or whatever it may be. So I really value the input of our community in this, particularly this next process that we're going through. So we're really
Sure.
looking forward to getting some more information out to you.
And so the community, you may be wondering, okay, so where will I get information about this? And I'm going to ask Andrew if he'll flip us over here to the website. And what I want to show you is on the website. So this is our new website, by the way. If you haven't visited our website lately, we have moved over to a new website. But if you just start on our website, you can go to Explore. You can either go to the Board of Trustees page or the Superintendent page, either way, and you will see a tab that says Superintendent Search. So if you click on Superintendent Search, that will drive you to this page, and you can see here the timeline that Mrs. Nelson just shared with you all, where they currently are. But I would expect this page will become more robust as a search firm is hired. So there'll be more and more
Yes.
information here, and I think what you mentioned is about community feedback and input.
Yes.
This is where the community can find that information. If you're going to
Absolutely.
do town halls or surveys or any, there's a variety of ways that this may happen. But I just encourage everybody, stay locked in on this page. I know the board's going to continue to communicate with you all along the way.
Yes.
But this will be a place where you can.
We will also get it out. It's in many different media channels as we could possibly
Perfect.
get. Social media, press releases to local media as well. We certainly want as many people as possible to have this information.
That is great. So once again, I think you're going to have a difficult time in the process, not because it's going to be hard to find the right person, but I think you're going to have a plethora of great people.
Yes.
And as an interview committee, you want it to be hard.
Yeah.
You want to
Yes.
have a wonderful candidates and force you into making
want
it
to
tough.
lose sleep over
And you
this,
will.
yes.
And
And I already
because-
am, so
yeah,
don't
you're
worry.
going to get great. You are going to get great people. And I look forward
No
to
doubt.
seeing how that shakes out, because I know y'all are going to.
We are an incredible district.
Yes.
I know you know.
Yep.
I mean, I'm a mom of 6 children. All 6 of them have been through Conroe ISD. I've 3 of them still left.
Right.
So as a mom, where you've been superintendent of my children,
Right.
is really one thing. But to be on a board with you and to have been able to serve with you. This is my 3rd year, and this year is my as vice president.
Right.
And it's just been such an honor to serve with
thank you.
And I'm thrilled for you and Tanya, and really wish you the very best up at Lake Travis.
Well, thank you.
And you definitely have big shoes to fill. I know that change is difficult, and I know when Dr. Stockton left, it was also very difficult.
It was.
And hey, we found you, so
That's
I'm
right. It's
hopeful
gonna-
that there's another you out there.
There-
I'm
there will
hopeful-
be-
Yes.
There will be somebody that will do and take where we are today and make it even better. And that's the goal. I think for
Yeah.
all of us, and that was my goal when I came in. I was taking over from a man that I admired greatly and
Yes.
looked up to, and had done a wonderful job. And my only hope and wish was that when I left, maybe I was leave it a little better. And
And I
I think the next person will do the same thing.
Yes.
And you'll have a million attributes to be looking at. And I
Yes.
guess my greatest wish is that you find somebody that will just love this place and love its people the same way I do. Like that's, I think as long as we get that, everything else will be perfect. Like
it's
everything
hard
works
not
out.
to love us.
Yes,
We're an incredible
absolutely.
community, an incredible district,
Yep.
and have a lot to offer. So I'm really hopeful and excited about this next step. I think we're going to find an amazing candidate
Absolutely.
to just lead this place to next level. So I'm really
Yeah.
thrilled about this opportunity. I'm grateful to be given this opportunity and voted for this opportunity, and just wishing you all the very best in all that you're doing.
Well, we appreciate, it will take a lot of extra time from the board. And as you all may or may not know this, the board is not paid. So everything they do is a volunteer
What?
effort. Yeah. Yeah.
I am
You're probably
waiting for my
still looking
paycheck.
for the check in the mail. You can keep looking. But they put in a lot and this will require a lot of extra time on the board. Being here tonight is an extra night. And in addition to that, the next topic we're going to talk about is graduations. And they start tomorrow night, and we've got 7 days of excitement and time that you all will spend with us. So it means a lot that
I
you put
love
in
it.
extra time tonight.
That is one of my favorite times of
yes.
the year. And not to mention, I've had a few
You've got
graduates
you
as
had
well.
a few, and a few more coming.
And a few more coming, but just really looking forward to a great week-ish
Yes.
of graduations. And I can't wait to
Absolutely.
see all of our amazing graduates walk the stage.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
I wish you all the best in the superintendent search. And once again, my number's not changing. You call me anytime. I'm here to
gotcha.
support you. I'm here to support whoever the next superintendent is because I want this place to just continue to be
Thank you.
a wonderful place.
That means a
And
lot.
so
Thank
I'm
you.
happy to help. So thanks for coming tonight.
God bless you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for everything.
Absolutely.
You
We
have-
appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Well, let's talk graduation, y'all. We just mentioned it, and this is a wonderful time of year for us that we're going to celebrate our seniors. And I'm gonna flip back on our website here and just show you one thing that we can look at. We have what's called Graduation Central on our website, so you can go right down here to latest news and click on Keep Reading under Graduation Central, and it will take us to our Graduation Central website. And here you can see the schedule of our graduations. So we are going to start graduations tomorrow night with Grand Oaks High School down at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. On Saturday morning, we are going to celebrate our graduates from Washington High School. And then next week, we will have a graduation each night at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. Oak Ridge on Monday, Caney Creek on Tuesday, Conroe on Wednesday, College Park on Thursday, and we will wrap up this graduation season on Friday with the Woodlands High School. So just a couple of reminders I want to give you about graduation, especially those of you that will be attending one of the graduations at the pavilion. They do have a clear bag policy at the pavilion, so you want to make sure that you follow that policy. Graduates will be given, depending on the size of the class, the number will vary, but graduates will be given a certain number of reserve seating that is covered in the pavilion. But then there's also the hill, and that's open seating. So anyone is welcome to come there for open seating. Now, if you've been paying attention to the weather forecast, you can see and know that we're in a bit of a heat wave. So it will be hot. The good news is at the pavilion, the sun does go down about 7:45. It gets behind the hill, 7:40, 7:45. It gets behind the hill and it provides shade to all in attendance, and it really helps to cool off. But, early on as you're getting there, pre-ceremony, it is hot. And, it's May and we're not quite used to it being so hot yet. So it's important that we make sure we're drinking a lot of water. Really pay attention to maybe grandma and grandpa who haven't been outside much, and just keep an eye on them. We want to make sure everybody is healthy and safe at graduation. So please think about the heat as you're making your way to graduations. The other point I want to remind you is that we do live stream all of our graduations. So if you do have somebody that you're worried about the heat maybe impacting them a bit too much, you can always have them stay at home and be comfortable and watch and celebrate with you online. So I look forward to graduations. It is really probably the best part of this job is I have the honor of standing on that stage, and as soon as the board member hands the diploma to the graduate, I get a chance to shake the hand of that graduate as the first person to congratulate them as a high school graduate. And that is really, really an honor, and I look forward to it every year. And I will be here, as I said, through the month of May, so I will be at every one of these graduations celebrating our seniors, and I just look so forward to that. So congratulations, class of 2025. We look forward to seeing you really soon, either at the pavilion or for our Washington students at the Ark Church, as we're going to celebrate you and wish you well as you move on to the next phase of your life. Well, let's talk a little bit looking backwards now at this year. We've had a great year here in Conroe ISD. We started the year by opening one new elementary. Bartlett Elementary opened this year, and it's been a beautiful school and had a wonderful year. We've had so many celebrations and great things happen throughout the year. Each board meeting we bring in folks for us to celebrate, and sometimes it's a bit of an embarrassment of riches, truthfully, that we have so many celebrations to have and so many wonderful kids to lift up and recognize. And I believe we have some pictures maybe of some of our folks that we can celebrate. But I'm going to give you some highlights of just some of the folks that we've celebrated this year. We had state champions in career and technical education courses. We've had UIL athletics championships, state championships for individuals in track and field, in wrestling, in diving, in powerlifting, golf. It's been one thing after another. We had a team state championship this year with our Grand Oaks volleyball team, back-to-back state champions for those young ladies. We've also recognized the fine arts. We've had our Texas Music Educators Association all-state musicians come in and join us as we recognize them. We recognize our National Merit Scholar semifinalists on the academic side. So those kids were amazing as well. And to see a picture that's on your screen as we're recognizing the elite of the elite across the nation here that we barely fit in the boardroom is truly a testament to how great this school district is. In addition to that, we've had some recognition for the school district. We've been recognized as a great place for music education, a great place for visual arts education. We received a special recognition from the Montgomery County Food Bank, a Brighter Future Award for the Montgomery County Food Bank. They are a wonderful business partner for us, and that partnership allows us to take care of a lot of families in our school district when they're in need. In addition to that, it's also a great opportunity for us to teach our children about giving back to other people when we're in a position to do so. So we're very thankful for our relationship with the food bank. And we also have received quite a few awards again this year. Once again, niche.com has named us as the best school district in Montgomery County. They've named us the best place to teach in the county, the best place for student athletes in the county, and the most diverse school district in the county. So those are awards that we're really proud of. And then in addition to that, Forbes has once again recognized us on their best large employers in the nation awards list. So we were once again, for the second year in a row, ranked as the #1 school district in the country as far as being a great large employer. And we're not on that list with just small companies. We're on that list with Apple and Google and HEB and you name it, NASA. The biggest companies across the nation are also on that list, and we are the highest ranked school district. So there's so much to be proud of, so many celebrations. This year has really been just one for the ages. And when you look back at other key moments that have happened, I showed you the new website. That's a big deal when an entity this large makes a change of website. That was a big undertaking for our communications team. And then now, as we've sort of approaching the end of the year, last week we celebrated our teachers, Teacher Appreciation Week, and as part of that week, we honor all of our Teachers of the Year, and we've actually named our 2 Teachers of the Year for the entire district. We recognize a secondary Teacher of the Year and an elementary Teacher of the Year, and so we want to congratulate them. Suzanne Rogers from York is recognized as our Secondary Teacher of the Year, so congratulations to Mrs. Rogers. And on the elementary side, Miss Jana Smith Ferguson from Colson Tough has been recognized as our Elementary Teacher of the Year. So congratulations to those two wonderful women. You know, this is a huge school district. We have 4,500 plus teachers, and so for them to be recognized in that way is something that that we're very proud of them for achieving that. We are also well underway in our bond projects. We look back to the 2023 bond, and now so much of that work is underway. And it's been something that we've talked about for a long time, and now many of you are probably seeing it and feeling it on your campus. And I'll remind you all that construction is hard, and it's not always convenient, but it is worth it. When we get to the end, it is all worth it. So I know there are a lot of projects now underway. You're beginning to see that and feel it on your campuses. I want to show you on our website once again where the bond updates live on our website so that you can keep up with what's going on in the school district. So once again, you go to Explore, and I'm going to try not to go too fast here, but you can go and you can see a big section there that says bonds, and you can click on bond updates. When you go to this site, you have a lot of different options. Right here at the top of the site, you can see project updates. This is where Mr. Easy Foster, our Executive Director of Planning and Construction, will show you pictures and talk about each project. He updates this every month, so you can come here each month and you can get an update of exactly what's going on and see pictures. And then you can also just scroll down and see all of the different schools and the additions. You can see the work that is going to be done. And this is work that will be done over the next 4 years, so not everything is underway right away, but the work is ongoing. And so the team is really getting after it each and every day to make sure that our bond program stays on time and we're able to deliver what we promised we would deliver when we brought that package to you for you to vote on back in November of 2023. So we're thankful for that, and thankful that the work is going. And once again, I just encourage you to pack your patience. Just like doing home renovations at your house, create some struggle at times. So will construction at your school. We're excited to get the elementary gyms, for example, but chances are when that gym goes under construction, it's going to make the car rider line not flow as well as it should, or it may move and change some things, and it will be a little painful. We'll do the best we can to mitigate that, but it does create some challenges along the way. So but let's look ahead to next year a little bit. We've looked back, and let's look forward. There are a couple of things that I want to share with you. First and foremost, we're going to have 2 brand new schools in Conroe ISD next year. We're going to open Eisler Elementary, and we'll open Campbell Elementary. And you can see the images here of those 2 schools. We're really excited to open these. It's a bit of a new design for us. It's the next generation of our current flex schools. So if you're going to go into one of these schools, they'll look similar, very similar to our current most recent elementary models, but are a few little updates that I'm really excited about. I've had a chance to walk through that design, and I think it's a beautiful design, and it will make for a great school. And then next year also, you're going to see a new communications tool. One of the things we've heard year after year, especially as you begin to have children in multiple schools and you get into the secondary schools and kids are in a lot of different programs, I know that we send communications to you from a million different directions. And sometimes it's too much. You're asked to log into this app or that app or this app, and it becomes too much. So we have worked, and I'm really excited to share with you that we have a new program. It's called Thrill Share. You may see it called Thrill Share by Apogee. This is a new program that we will have that will be not only our one-way communication tool, so this will be the tool that all programs in Conroe ISD will use, so it will change the way some things function as we learn to use that program, but it also has a what's called a rooms feature. So it'll have a specific place where a teacher can communicate directly to the class and to the parents involved in that class. And then parents will be able to ask questions back. It won't be seen by everybody. It'll just be seen by the teacher. But it's a great opportunity to help streamline, hopefully make parents' lives easier. That was the goal of this. Our communications team has worked really hard to try to make that happen along the way. So there's a lot to be excited about for next year, but at the same time, we don't want to wish away summer, right? Next year will happen next year, but summer is upon us here in just about a week, and we want to make sure that we take full advantage of summer. I wish you all a safe and happy summer. I hope it's filled with joy, and you get all the rest and relaxation, and you're making memories each and every day. And for our staff, that you have the time to recharge the batteries that you need, and it's so well deserved. And so we wish you all a wonderful summer. Once again, we thank you for taking the time to join us here on these YouTube Lives. This has been, will likely be a hallmark of my tenure here as superintendent. One of the men you don't see all the time is Andrew. He's over here. He works the computer for me. I was going to ask him to come up here and be seen tonight, but he's got his headphones on and he's all wrapped up, and I don't want to have a trip hazard as he's coming here. But Andrew Stewart is our guy that makes all of this happen, puts the cameras up, makes sure that we get online, and helps us communicate with you. And so I thank him for that. And also Dr. Sarah Blakelock, who is our Director of Communications, who is behind the scenes on a night like tonight to make sure that everything flows as it should. So we could not have had these conversations and chats without those two people, and I want to make sure that they get the recognition and thanks that they deserve. So thank you once again for allowing us to come into your home, be a part of your lives. I sincerely thank you for allowing me to serve as your superintendent the last 7 years. It's been the most rewarding professional experience of my life, and one that I could have never dreamed of, and yet it has meant the world to me. So I wish you all the very best moving forward, and as I said earlier, know that I'm going to be rooting for you, for your children, for this school district as much as possible. I'll just be a few hundred miles away, but I want to see this place continue to blossom and prosper and be the wonderful place to raise children that it has been for my family. So I hope to see you soon. I know that we have an opportunity, I believe on the 27th, we're going to have a little reception on the 27th that if you'd like to come by and say hello and goodbye and see you later to me, that there'll be an opportunity to do that, and I hope you will. Look forward to the chance to just see you and speak personally with you, not in this box, but in real life. So thank you once again. Wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2025. We will see you guys very soon. Thank you.